You're listening to the WBT Podcast with Michael Lodge. Listen to all of our podcasts at www.wbtpod.com. Stay informed. Let's get started.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
And welcome to the WBT. This is Mike Lodge. I'm glad that you joined me. You know, a lot of people come into my office and they ask, not just myself, but my other tax people too, whether or not if leasing is better than buying or buying is better than leasing. I'm going to get to that in my next podcast, but in this podcast, if you guys are considering leasing a vehicle, there are some things that you need to think about and look at, and things that you can negotiate. Okay, leasing can be a great way to get into a new car every 2 or 3 years, right? But then you have to look at that 12,000 mile limitation per year, okay? And as long as you take care of the car and don't drive more than that $12,000 limitation per year, you can walk away at the end of the lease and try a different car and model next year. But you also need to understand that over the long run, leasing always costs more than buying. But if you follow the tips that I'm going to talk about in just a few seconds here, you can avoid the most common leasing mistakes and maybe even beat the deals you find in the leasing ads out there. The first thing that you want to look at or consider is choose models for reliability and their resale value. Lease a make and model with a reputation for reliability and high resale value to get a lower monthly payment. The rare and trendy cars that you want to buy, those kind of cars, they depreciate quickly and you pay for all that depreciation. Go online and check resale values before choosing the vehicle that you want. Choose smartly. Think about how it's going to resell when you have to turn in that lease. And then negotiate what is called the cap cost. The capitalization cost is the price of the vehicle minus its estimated value when you go in to return it. Negotiate the vehicle price as if you were actually buying the car. Go to like Edmunds.com or TrueCar.com, enter the vehicle information and see what buyers in your area are paying for the same community. Look at for the same car. Look at your community and see what the people are paying for the car that you want. Then the next approach is print them out and hand it to the dealer to begin the negotiations. Hand them that list and show him what other people are paying for that same car that they have on their lot. So negotiate the cap cost because that will save you some money. And then if you are going to lease, you have to be very careful with that mileage. Be realistic about how many miles you're going to drive a year. Most leases allow only 12,000 miles per year. But you, the average driver, puts on more. You put on about an average of 13,500 miles. So, if you return with just 5,000 extra miles on your car, you'll have to cough up another $750 more at the end of the lease. So if you've put on way more miles than that 12,000 miles per year, you are going to pay more. The other issue is that, you all are going to pay that interest rate on that lease. Bargain for the best interest. You can negotiate the annual percentage interest rate, or APR, but first you have to unpack it from the money factor shown on the leasing agreement. If the money factor is shown as a decimal such as 0.0042, multiply it by 2,400 and you'll see the interest rate is really 10.8% APR. If it's listed as a whole number such as 3.1, multiply it by 2.4 to learn the real interest rate. Once you know the actual APR, your car bargain for a lower rate. You begin to negotiate for a much lower rate. Can you imagine having to pay 8% or 10.8% on a car lease? So you need to really understand that fact that you can negotiate that APR. Now, a lot of you, and gosh, I have been in a lot of your cars out there, and they are really badly taken care of. When you lease a car, you have to take care of it like a newborn baby. Take care of that vehicle or you'll pay dearly. The leasing company allows for normal wear and tear, but will charge big bucks if it's returned with dents or scuffed wheels, paint chips, scrapes, or even stained upholstery. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I have been into some people's cars where it is a junk pile in there. Soda cans all over the place. Newspapers, receipts. As a tax guy, I'm going to tell you, okay? You don't keep your receipts in the middle part of your car on the back or on the back floorboard, okay? You don't. That's not how you keep receipts. I have even had clients lose their tax returns inside their cars. They don't know whatever happened to it. It's amazing. So listen, take care of your cars. And then also don't ignore the maintenance. You need to maintain your cars. You're responsible for maintaining the vehicle according to the car maker's schedule. Maintenance costs and repairs that aren't covered by the new car warranty are your responsibility. Keep the receipts to prove the work was done. Maintain it. Gosh, I'm telling you, I've known people who have leased cars and burnt their engine out because they didn't maintain the oil. Be proactive on your vehicle. You're getting the notices from the dealers most of the time. I mean, I do. I get notices, and they tell me when to bring it in, when the mileage needs to be checked, etc. I mean, there's all sorts of things that need to be happen. Maintain your vehicle. And then we need to talk about gap insurance. And this is really smart if you do this, okay? Lease cars from a leasing agency or dealer, but buy gap insurance from your insurance agent. If the car is totaled in an accident, gap insurance covers the difference between the vehicle's actual value at the time of a total loss and what you still owe the leasing company. Your current insurance agent can usually save you money on gap insurance. So make sure that you get gap. Talk to your insurance agent about getting gap insurance on a lease vehicle. Now, lease cars near the end of the year. Go to your dealer at the end of the year and talk about leasing the car. That's when dealers are anxious to get rid of inventory and you'll get the best lease deals. In addition to rebates and promotional pricing, the dealer may also be willing to negotiate or remove some fees. So think about that at the end of the year. Okay? The closed-end lease is best for most drivers. A closed-end lease means you don't owe money at lease end, as long as you don't exceed the mileage limit and you return the vehicle in good condition. An open-end lease can result in a rebate if a vehicle brings more at auction than its estimated value, but you'll have to pay the difference if it sells for less. If you're willing to pay a bit more and avoid all risk at lease end, choose a closed-end lease. That's probably the best bet for you. So leasing is never cheaper than buying. We've discussed that before. If instead of buying a particular vehicle outright, you sign 2-3-year leases for it, leasing will cost you about $2,000 more than buying. Think about leasing, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow, leasing versus buying, so that we all understand what the pros and cons of both sides are. But today we've talked about what we need to think about when choosing to lease a car and the various things that you can do to lower your costs to yourself on that lease. So I hope that has helped you. If you have any questions, just send me an email at mlodge@lodge-co.com, and I will try and answer your question the best that I possibly can. If you need tax help, don't forget to call us at our office. Go online at www.lodge-co.com. We have a toll-free number there. You can you can even book a tax appointment there if you want to. But we're there to help you. And if you're running a business, we are pros in business administration and accounting. So don't hesitate to call us at any given time, and we will sit down with you or talk with you over the phone and try to resolve any issue or help you on preparing your business tax returns. Don't forget, the due dates are coming up for individual and also business returns. So make sure that you've contacted our office or your accountant's office to get those taxes done. Don't let those taxes that are extended go too long. Remember, you're still paying penalties in interest if you owe taxes at the end of the year. Those just keep mounting up, and extension does not stop that. So you need to get those done as soon as possible. Call your accountant today. It's vital. So tomorrow we're going to talk about lease versus buying. Stay tuned. Listen to me tomorrow. Everybody go out there and have a great day. I'll talk with you very, very soon.
This is brought to you by Lodge & Co., a business and tax advisory firm where your success is our goal. Call us today toll-free at 888-681-1518 or visit us at www.lodge-co.com and learn more about what we can do for you. Lodge & Co., your source for sound business and tax services.
Thank you for listening to the WBT with Michael Lodge. Join us again tomorrow as we explore more about business and taxes. Follow us on iHeartRadio and go to our podcast website at www.wbtpod.com and listen to all of our podcasts and read our blogs.